I'm Reginald Gickington, and you can call me Reggie, and today I'll be continuing a painting journey through the miniatures of Senjutsu by Stone Sword Games. On the table today is the monk, inspired by real-life warrior monks like the Sohei. He's got some fun and unique mechanics, and he's one of my favorite add-on characters. I definitely want to give him an earthy, natural-feeling color scheme that speaks to his inner peace and harmonious quality, so let's go ahead and get started. The first step is going to be Dawnstone and Jokeiro Orange. We're applying Dawnstone all over the pants and shirt, and then Jokeiro Orange on the leg wraps, the head wrap, and the armor plates on the thighs. My Jokeiro Orange is a little bit watery, so I mix in some Vallejo Tan to give it some substance, though I don't think that changes the color too much. For the skin, we're using Bugman's Glow. This color is pretty similar to the orange parts we already have down, so just be careful later not to mix up the two when highlighting. Then, on the belts and ropes, we're using Steel Legion Drab and Rakarth Flesh. Steel Legion is going on the flats of the sandals and all of the rope belts, and Rakarth Flesh is growing on the prayer beads on his neck and wrists, as well as the straps on his sandals. Next up is going to be the spear and the sword on his hip, for which we're using Beastie Brown for the scabbard and the pole, and Surcoat Silver for the handguard and the metal caps. Now, originally the monk comes with a Yari, but I didn't like the look of it, and I decided to modify it, cutting off the blade to convert it to a very odd but completely real historical Japanese weapon referred to as a Sasumata, which was a non-violent weapon used to restrain enemies, which I thought was a good fit for a monk. We're now going to throw in some green, covering the tabard in Mantis Warriors green. The pants are going to stay Dawnstone, but we're going to be washing them along with the skin and the orange parts with Flesh Wash. Then, going back to hit the pants with Black Wash, and we're applying it to the prayer beads, ropes, and the silver parts of his weapons. With a lovely green and orange scheme on the mini, we're going to highlight the green and orange parts. For the green, we're using a glaze of camouflage green applied thinly over the entire green section. And then for the orange, we're highlighting the cloth with tan. For the thigh armor, just do the edges, but don't bother highlighting the raised stitching details, since we're going to do those later. I'm also applying this green to the bottom band of each section of thigh armor for some extra visual interest. We're now going to do a few more details, applying Cadian Flesh Tone as a highlight for the skin. Then, a dot of Rakarth Flesh is going on every section of his prayer beads, and we're dotting it on each section of stitching on the thigh armor. With the monk himself done, we're going to do his base using Mechanica Standard Gray and Black Wash, and then for the directional arrow, I'm mixing Electric Blue and Scorpion Green at a 1-to-1 ratio to make a duck egg blue sort of color. last step is going to be some optional freehanding. I'm applying a triangular pattern of ghost gray to the bottom of his robes and as a trim at the end of his sleeves, just for a bit of pop. I also apply it to the stitching on the green sections of his thigh armor to tie everything together. If you'd like to do some eyes and facial details, now is a very good time to do so, using white and black. I use a bit of black wash around the edge of the headscarf to separate it from the face, since the two colors are pretty similar, but that's entirely optional. And that concludes the monk. He looks lovely in my opinion, with the green and orange tones achieving a perfect natural dynamic tone, while still having some complexity and flair to them. I think this guy turned out really good, and I'm excited to see how yours all turn out. I think he takes well to a lot of different color combos, and I could totally see him rocking purple and red, white and bright orange, or maybe even an all blue color scheme. There are a lot of options, and I want to see which ones you chose, so feel free to tag me on Instagram, @RegieGick, to show me how yours turn out. Links to my affiliated socials can be found in the description. Feel free to subscribe or like the video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon with another painting tutorial.